And that is Orange Crush from R.E.M. here on Q1043's Out of the Box. Just one of 18 tracks coming out on R.E.M.'s In Time. Best of R.E.M. 1988 to 2003. In stores this Tuesday. Two of those 18 tracks are brand new songs. Jonathan Clarke with you this evening, and we are joined on the phone now from Milan, Italy, Michael Stipe. How you doing, Michael?
I'm good, Jonathan. How are you?
Great. Let me first say a huge thank you from everyone here at Q1043. You guys and Warner Brothers Records have been so great to us over the years, and I will thank you for our listeners as well for like 23 years now. Some really, really amazing songs.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And you were just here with a show at the Garden and at Jones Beach, and a select few of some very lucky Q1043 listeners, and a few of us from the station, myself included, got a chance to see you guys play a bunch of songs here in New York at Clinton Studios, which was really amazing. Band is really tight, and I guess this was about 4 in the afternoon, so you guys really looked like you were having fun.
Yeah, we were for an afternoon. You know, it's not as easy to sing and perform in the afternoon as it is at night, and it's hard for me to believe that was a little over 2 weeks ago.
I know, right?
Yeah, because I've been so many places since then, but I remember it distinctly. We had a good time.
Hey, let me ask you: when the band gets together and sort of makes a decision to put out a greatest hits compilation, is it weird for you as a songwriter and an artist? Is the inclination always to be like, well, hey, we'd rather just do a full album of new songs? What's that make you feel like when you do that?
Well, that's what we've always done, and that's why we haven't released the best of before now. But I think there's a lot of people, maybe people younger than myself, who, when they hear Losing My Religion, they go, that's R.E.M. They hear Everybody Hurts, and they go, that's R.E.M. They might not hear Orange Crush or What's the Frequency, Kenneth, or Electrolyte, or Night Swimming, and that's R.E.M. They probably know the song, but they might not have recognized it as. So in a way, we're staking our claim. We're just saying, this is what we've done. We hope you like it.
And like we were saying, it is 23 years, so it's not like you've been putting these greatest hits compilations out every 5 years either. So
No, it's the first time we've ever done a greatest hits.
And like you were saying, on this compilation, a bunch of some of the best songs from you guys, including Man on the Moon, What's the Frequency, Kenneth, Losing My Religion, Stand, Everybody Hurts, to name just a few. I'm reading that the band has started work on the 14th studio album coming out sometime in 2004. How far along are you guys in the recording process?
I reckon we're about halfway there. We wrote a lot of stuff to pick the two new songs for the best of, and we chose Bad Day and Animal to go on that compilation. But in the process, we got a bunch of stuff recorded. I reckon we're about halfway there. So
maybe the middle of 2004, maybe the fall, or?
Yeah, I'd say late summer.
Jonathan Clarke on the phone with Michael Stipe here on Q1043's Out of the Box. And In Time, the best of R.E.M. 1988-2003, coming out this Tuesday with two new tracks, one of which we are playing a lot of on the station now. Great new song, Bad Day. And Michael, as soon as I heard this song, I immediately said, vintage R.E.M.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm not sure I know what that means. The song was actually, it was something that we had tried to work up in 1986 when we were recording Church Pageant.
Okay.
And we kind of took it off the top shelf and dusted it off and tried to blow some life into it. Tried to blow some air into it or some life into it or whatever. And it turned into Bad Day, which feels very 2003 to me.
It totally rocks, and I notice that you are turning the guitars up again.
We are, yeah. Well, we had a really good time with Reveal, which for me was the first time I had tried to write an entire album around it. I really shy away from the word concept because I don't think I'm that type of artist at all. But it was the first time I really kind of made a conscious effort to write an entire album around the promise of summer. And summer to me is this really slow, languid, like slow as molasses kind of time where you just lay around and thoughts and feelings come to you in a very slow way and maybe in a deeper way. Well, that doesn't entail a whole lot of loud guitars.
Right.
I think not as a response to Reveal, but I think we kind of felt like cranking the guitars up.
Yeah, and
so we did for Bad Day.
It sounds great. Kind of reminded some of the stuff you guys did on Monster too.
Well, thank you.
I saw the video for Bad Day, and I got to say, you are all scarily convincing as TV reporters, and you especially as a TV anchor. Tell us about the song and the video.
Well, the video it's a satire, obviously, of a medium that is very ripe for satire and parody, which is, of course, the U.S. U.S. 24-hour news channels, and we've seen it a zillion times out of Canadian comedy cable networks and Saturday Night Live and what have you, and all over Europe. It's a very easy thing to satirize, but I'd never seen it in a music video, and it seemed appropriate to the song. The song is kind of obviously holding the hand of the current administration over the fire, and the hand of the media that is reporting on the government in the U.S. right now. And it's just commenting on, I think, and I hope the video serves its purpose in doing this in a funny way. It's commenting on how entertainment and hard news, the line between those two has been blurred so much in the past couple of years that you watch the news and you're really not sure what you're watching.
And that is Bad Day, the latest from R.E.M. here on Q1043's Out of the Box. Jonathan Clarke on the phone with Michael Stipe, who is in Milan, Italy, as we speak, as the band gets set to release In Time, the best of R.E.M. 1988-2003. This coming Tuesday, that song, one of two new songs on the great compilation. Let me take callers 25, 26, and 27 right now, toll free at 1-888-872-1043 for your Win It Before You Can Buy a copy. So good luck with that. Michael, you were involved in producing two incredible movies, one of them being John Malkovich and American Movie. Are you doing any more of these projects that we can check out in the future?
I am. I've got two films that are in post-production right now. One was shot in and around New York City, and it's called Brooklyn.
Oh, right.
It's a study of race in the U.S. in 2003. And the other is a comedy set in a Christian high school called Saved. Both should be released in spring of 2004.
Very cool. Hey, when we listened to you guys play over at Clinton Studios, like we were talking about before a couple weeks ago, you played both of the new songs for us, and the other new one is a song called Animal. I got to say, I think it's even better than Bad Day, and that's saying a lot. Tell us about Animal.
Well, thank you. I'm afraid my description of Bad Day, maybe I should let the music speak for itself. I could go on for 2 days about my feelings about the current administration and the media that covers it. But I think the song and the video do a pretty good job of it. Right. Animal is a song, for lack of a better term, it's one of our vomit songs. It just kind of fell out of us, and we had it recorded and written in about the space of a day and a half. Wow, that's fantastic. And then we went back and looked at it and said, "Wow, this is really something." And I think it's an indicator of what the next record might sound like. I was going to say, if these two new songs are sort of indicative of the direction you guys are going, and I think the next album's just going to be like massive, because I'm in love with these two songs so much already. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, I heard Bill Berry jumped up on stage and jammed with you guys somewhere. He did, and we all knew he was going to be at the show. He came in from his farm on the outskirts of Athens, Georgia, flew into Raleigh, North Carolina, and I saw him just before the show, and I saw him on the side of the stage a few times. I kind of gave a nod to him. Wow. During the encore, we did Radio for Europe, and I sent it out to Bill, since it was the first single that we ever, or the first single we ever released, back in 1981. And I'll be damned if he didn't walk on stage and start singing background. And so at the end of the song, we were all pretty jubilant and happy that he was up there with us, and asked him if he would play drums on the next song, which was a song that we wrote in 1980 called Permanent Vacation. And he did. So how is he doing, and what is he doing? He's doing great. Well, he's a farmer. He farms hay. He gets up at about 5 in the morning. Wow. Goes to bed around 9. And he's got a huge tract of land out there, and he farms hay and does farmer kind of things. I see him pretty regularly when I'm in Georgia. Right. And I was really happy that he came out to one of the shows. Hey, Michael Stipe, we love you here at Q1043, and I think I speak for all of our listeners in the entire tri-state area. They love you, too. Thank you so much for calling in tonight. You're very welcome. Send a big kiss to New York City for me. I'm at a cafe, and I'm having a very strong Italian coffee. Oh, nice. Very nice. Well, don't spend too much money on clothes, either. I hear Milan is, out of control. It is out of control. It's off the hook here. All right, man.